Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Hello Class 8 candidates, welcome to today's lesson. In the previous lesson, we looked at simple interest, whereby we said simple interest is the amount of money that is earned from money deposited or borrowed. And we say that the formula for getting interest is the principal. Principal, we said, is the amount of money deposited in the financial institution or borrowed times the rate, which is over 100 because it's a percentage, times time, that is the number of years or months that the money is deposited. So this is not very much different from simple interest, but compound interest is the amount of money earned annually, means per every year. So when calculating compound interest, you calculate the interest annually after every year. This is the amount of interest that is earned at the end of every year. For example, if you deposit amount of money for 3 years, so we are going to calculate the interest for the first year, the interest for the second year, and the interest for the third year. That is what is called compound interest. So compound interest is calculated annually. And you are still going to use the same method. That is, the principal is equals to interest equals to principal times rate times time. And I'm going to give you an example to work out on this. Somebody borrowed 12,000 shillings from a bank that changed compound interest at a rate of 10% per annum. At a rate of 10% per annum. How much interest will this amount of money will have earned after 2 years? How much interest will this amount of money earn after 2 years? You borrow 12,000 shillings from a bank that charges compound interest at a rate of 10% per annum for a period of 2 years. So we are going to have the first interest, that is interest 1. The first interest, this is the interest for the first financial year. Remember, we have 2 financial years. So you are going to calculate the interest for the first financial year. Using the formula, principal, remember this is the principal. So the principal will be 12,000 times a rate of 10% times how many years? 1 year. We are calculating for the first year. So this is for the period of 1 year. So at the end of the first financial year, the amount of interest earned will be 1,200 shillings. That is the first interest. That is interest for the first year. Then, so at the end of the first year, you'll have 12,000, the amount of money you borrowed, plus the interest, the amount of money you'll have earned at the end of the first year. So at the end of the first year, the amount of money that you'll have borrowed or that will be owed will be that is the amount 1. That is the amount of money borrowed, that is 12,000 plus the interest and 1,200. So you'll have a total of 13,200 shillings. That is what will be owed by the bank. That is what the bank will owe you. The bank, because you borrowed 12,000, so you'll have a debt of 13,200 shillings. That is at the end of the first year. At the end of the first year. So at the beginning of the second year, the amount of money that you'll have borrowed is 13,200. So that is the second principal. That is the second principal. 13,200 shillings. Because remember, the amount of money, the 12,000 you borrowed has earned you 1,200 shillings. So the total amount of money that, the total amount of debt that you have is 13,200 at the end of the first year. So at the beginning of the second year, the same amount of money will be carried forward to your account. Will be carried forward to your account. So the principal for the second year will be 13,000, not the 12,000, because already 12,000 has earned something, has earned 1,200 shillings. So the interest for the second year, I said compound interest is calculated annually at the end of every year, at the end of every period, that is every year. So the principal for the second year, the interest for the second year will be the principal, the amount of money at the beginning of the second year, that is 13,200 shillings, times the same rate does not change. Times a period of how many years? Remember, it was 2 years. We are already done with 1 year. So we are in the second year. So times 1, meaning 1 year, the last financial year. So the total interest will be 1,320 shillings. That is the interest at the end of the second year. 1,320 shillings. So we are still using the same formula, principal times rate times time. And remember, time here we are using 1 year. The time here is 1 year because we are calculating compound interest annually. So the total interest at the end of the 2 years will be the first interest. The total interest will be the interest for the first year, that is 1,200, plus interest for the second year, that is 1,320. So the total interest, the amount of money we'll have earned is 2,520 shillings. That is the total interest. So after 2 years, you are going to pay the amount of money you borrowed initially, because the bank gave you 12,000 shillings. The bank gave you 12,000 shillings. But that 12,000 in the first year, it earned 1,200. In the second year, it earned 1,320 shillings. So in the 2 years, it will have earned a total of 2,520 shillings. So the total amount that you are going to return to the bank will be the amount of money you borrowed, that is 12,000, plus the total interest earned. So you will return a total of 14,520 shillings. That is the total amount. That is principal 1, the first principal, plus interest 1 plus interest 2. So generally, to calculate compound interest, we only calculate annually at the end of every financial year. You get the interest for the first year from the first principal. After getting the interest for the first year, you get the first amount. That is the first amount, that is at the end of the first financial year. That is interest 1 plus principal 1. That will be principal 2. Then you calculate using the same formula, get the total interest, and then you get the amount. Thank you.